leadership styles, Gandhi or Hitler? History has it, dictators have never made good leaders. For some, Gandhi was a good leader and Hitler seemed terrible. However, another set of people believe that Hitler was a good leader, but Gandhi was wrong. While both these leaders had their followers and haters, both differed based on their style and action. Tony Blair said, "The art of leadership is saying no, not saying yes. It is very easy to say yes." A leader's behavior towards his followers and haters is his style of action. The behavioral pattern that a leader adopts or uses to influence his followers or employees is known as the style of leadership. Inside an organization, many different leadership styles exist among the leaders in different situations, and each style varies from one leader to another. Every leader exercises a certain degree of power depending on the environment in which they operate. However, this also depends upon the type of employees they work with. Mitt Romney said, "Leadership is about taking responsibility, not making excuses." 5 leadership styles. Actions that speak louder than words. At first, we all might think that few leadership styles are better than others. But the fatal truth that outlines facts is that each style is unique and different. They have their place in the leader's pocket. A good and smart leader knows when and how to change from one style to another to efficiently get the work done. There are many different types of styles of leadership, but here we are only going to focus on the 5 main and important types of leadership styles. Autocratic leadership, the one with little or no public opinion. Autocratic leadership is also known as authoritarian or directive leadership. This is a form of leadership in which the sole leader makes all the decisions and choices without any advice or consultation from his subordinates. He frames and structures the entire situation from scratch, and all his employees are supposed to listen to him without any questions and do as he says without hesitation. Usually, in this type of leadership, the creative employees detest this style of working because of less creative solutions, which may hurt the success and performance of the entire team. Under this style, all decision-making power is centralized in the leader. He stresses his prerogative to decide and gives no freedom to his employees or subordinates. He considers his subordinates immature and delegates no authority to them. An autocratic leader exercises close supervision over his subjects and holds out threats of punishment or uses his powers to distribute rewards on the assumption that people are lazy and will avoid work and shrink responsibility. Example of an autocratic leader, Adolf Hitler. Hitler's rule. Hitler misused his power and acted out more like a dictator than a leader as an autocratic leader. He did not encourage any public opinion and impose decisions on his subjects. According to his leadership principle, the authority rested with him and moved downwards. This means none other than Hitler was allowed to make any decision, or neither did anyone have any say. Democratic leadership. For, by, and of the people. A democratic leader makes decisions jointly with his subordinates. The democratic leadership style is based on mutual respect. In this type of leadership, the leader delegates the work and decentralizes his authority, which lets his fellow employees share his power. This allows them to voice their opinions and ideas instead of taking unilateral decisions. He allows the subordinates to express their feelings and problems and feel confident in their working environment. Usually, there is a high level of participation of the employees as they have been given equal rights and authority, which results in better productivity and subordination among employees. A democratic leader should ensure that the mental health of his subordinates is good and each one of them is participating well. A democratic style of leadership is based on the assumption that the subordinates are mature and can be creative so that the leader can depend on them and take decisions with the consent of his followers. An example of democratic leader, George Washington. Washington's rule. Just as a leader should be, George Washington was supremely visionary. His presidency was commendable and he was a democratic leader. He believed in the voice of the people and worked towards serving them with the best. He practiced freedom for his people in a given jurisdiction and also continuously strived to better his country without acting like a dictator. Laissez-faire leadership. The only fair is laissez-faire. Laissez-faire leadership is also known as free-rein leadership. This is a style wherein the leader gives complete freedom and authority to set and establish their own rules, goals, and policies. Laissez-faire leadership is the complete opposite of autocratic leadership, wherein the leader takes all the responsibility and does all the work with minimum support from his employees, whereas this leader depends upon his subordinates to do all the work and avoids all power and authority over his followers. However, he takes responsibility of his subjects. He maintains contact with the outsiders to bring in information and supplies his team with the required resources and tools for successful work. An example of laissez-faire leader, Queen Victoria. Victoria's rule. Queen Victoria was a fresh start in laissez-faire leadership style. She shaped a new era for the royal family and set out a new definition of leadership for her people. Being the Queen of England, she is nothing like the Queen but more like a chilled person on the throne, just doing her thing. The entire control of her subjects lies with them while she acts out as the Queen from a distance. Paternalistic leadership. The father figure. In a paternalistic style, a leader thinks of himself as the father of his team and treats his team like a family. He believes he has to guide, protect, and help his subordinate like a father. A paternalistic leader assumes all his subordinates as a joint family and considers himself as the head of his subordinates. The leader cares for his group and his family members and provides them with good and comfortable working conditions and welfare facilities and services. Such a leadership style creates a social warmth and group cohesiveness. A paternalistic leader ensures that all his followers work together not as a team but as a family. A successful paternalistic leader will think about the big picture and decide how it will affect the family. An example of a paternalistic leader, Henry Ford. Ford's leadership. Ford was known to manage his employees inside his company and in their personal lives like a mentor and a father figure. He believed that leadership should be extended beyond the four walls of the office rooms and hours and be available to anyone in need and treat them just like his own family. He was a paternalistic leader. Affiliate leadership. The one with social skills. The term affiliate means forming a social or emotional bond with people or the desire to create such a bond. An affiliate leader is a person who forms social and emotional bonds between team members or is also known as a team building leader. These leaders show extraordinary traits of leadership and are very well educated and highly skilled in resolving team conflicts and making them work in harmony and sync. Their main objective is to ensure that the employees work together and look into their mental and personal health. This type of leadership style is most favorable to the employees because it focuses on the manpower of the company and the required performance standards. An example of an affiliate leader, Joe Torres. Torres' leadership. What made Tor a successful affiliate leader was his ability to understand his team members and listen to their opinions carefully. Not just that, he worked with them one-on-one and solved their problems, which in turn benefited the team as a whole. He clarified expectations, built their confidence, offered them any support they might need, and ran a successful team to victory. A leader should never be careless. However minute an issue might seem, it should never go unnoticed. Secondly, The prosperity and well being of an employee should also never be disturbed. If a leader ignores this advice, the downfall of the organizations begin. Hence, to drive an organization smoothly, your style of leadership matters. Choose wisely.